Hey guys, welcome back to Hike Oregon. Today's video is going to be another installment of my backtrack series where I show you little snippets of all of the hikes I went on the previous month. If you are new here, welcome to the Hike Oregon family. I make hiking and backpacking vlogs, as well as gear reviews and just general tips and tricks videos to help you become a more confident hiker and backpacker. If you enjoy content like that, click that red subscribe button and the notification bell so that you are notified every time I make a new video. And if you want more content from me, you can support me over on Patreon, where for as little as just $1, you get extra content each month. So I actually did not do a backtrack video in the month of October. So I'm combining October and November. I had some health stuff going on in November, so I actually didn't go on very many hikes. So this is perfect. I just combined the 2 months in this video. The two Burley Lakes are located in the Central Oregon Cascades off of the Santiam Lake Trail. Even though the weather forecast was stormy, we decided to hike these easy 8.8 miles. Because of the old B&B burn scar, along the way you can see some spectacular views of Mount Washington, and during the summer the trail is alive with wildflowers. The footpath off of the Santiam Lake Trail is not marked, and the lakes are hidden behind a small hill. You will see beautiful blue-green colored Lower Burley Lake first, and to see Upper Burley Lake, you will have to hike around Lower Burley and up a little trail for about half a mile. Both lakes have a view of Three-Fingered Jack, but Upper Burley definitely has the better view, although unfortunately we couldn't see it well due to the rain. The PCTA finally opened up the trail starting at Pangra Pass going southbound, so even though it was smoky still from the wildfires, we decided to make the trek into Yoran Lake. This is a lovely and easy section of the PCT as you hike 4.2 miles southbound, passing Midnight Lake, Arrowhead Lake, Hidden Lake, and at Lil's Lake, you take the Yoran Lake Trail for 0.6 miles to Yoran Lake. There are some awesome campsites at Yoran Lake, and you will have epic views of Mount Yoran and Diamond Peak, as well as a really great spot to swim. I have hiked this section of the Pacific Crest Trail countless times, and the fall is my favorite time to see all of the lakes because there are no bugs and there is some nice fall foliage surrounding the lakes. Maiden Peak is a frequently overlooked summit located near Willamette Pass, standing at 7,800 feet tall. The Maiden Peak Trail is a total of 11.3 miles round trip and gains almost 3,000 feet of elevation in just 3.5 miles. Needless to say, this hike is steep. Unfortunately, on the day we did this hike, it was very, very smoky, and we couldn't see any of the awesome views you would normally get from the summit of the Cascade chain from Mount Thielsen all the way up to Mount Jefferson. The trail through stunning mountain hemlock trees is beautiful and open with very little understory. If you want a butt burner, this trail is highly recommended, and it is generally not very frequented, so you likely won't see another person along the way. The Windy-Oldenburg Loop is located near Crescent Junction, and it had been inside a fire closure all summer long, so we were thrilled when it finally reopened and we were able to check it out for book research. This 14-mile loop has you pass by a total of 8 lakes, my favorite being Oldenburg Lake and Suzanne Lake. The forest that you hike through on this loop is insanely gorgeous, and there's even a spot with a view of Diamond Peak. This was my absolute favorite hike of the year, and I made an entire video about it, which I will link right here. All of the details about this loop will be in my new book, 52 More Hikes for 52 More Weeks, which will be published in the spring of 2025. In early November, the snow arrived with a vengeance, and we were encountering snow even at elevations below 5,000 feet. We hiked from Salt Creek Falls up to Vivian Lake, which is 7.8 miles round trip, and you will get to see some really awesome waterfalls and scenery along the way. Unfortunately, we were running short on daylight, and the snow was also much deeper than expected, so we didn't get to explore Vivian Lake as thoroughly as we would have liked to. This is definitely a hike we will have to go back to and do again in the summertime. The Clover Falls Trail is located past Glide off of Highway 138 in the Umpqua National Forest. This trail is very remote, and although the forest we hiked through and the trail were gorgeous, there was no safe way to get down to Clover Falls, and it couldn't really be seen well from the trail at all. Right by Clover Falls, off of the Lake in the Woods campground loop, is Hemlock Falls Trail. This short 1 mile out and back hike was surprisingly park-like. Hemlock Falls is 45 feet tall, and it cascades down moss and fern-covered rocks. The trees that were down in this little canyon were the most impressive thing of the whole hike. These guys were easily over 100 feet tall. Also off of the campground loop is Yaxo Falls Trail. This little 1 mile trail is absolutely stunning as you cross little creeks, pass by mushrooms, and hike through a lush forest. The trail ends at spectacular 70-foot Yaxo Falls, which fans down into a grotto, and in the summertime, you can go down to the bottom of the falls. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you want more information about any of these hikes, I have them all linked in the more info box below. And if you don't already, go ahead and follow me over on Instagram. That's where I post all of my recent hiking adventure pictures. And if you want to hike and backpack here in this amazing state of Oregon, check out my website, hikeoregon.net, and you'll find tons of hiking and backpacking information there, as well as snowshoeing, which is perfect for this time of year. And you'll also have access to all of the hiking guidebooks that I've written over the years. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next adventure.